Alrighty guys, we're back for some Izzet Werewolves, and this is a Brothers War standard brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Speaking of the Discord, guys, this was a suggestion from over in the Discord, so thank you so much for the suggestion. Okay, what do we got in the build here? Well, we got 3 Fading Hopes as well as 3 Shore Ups, and I'm trying the Shore Up out instead of something like Slip Out the Back, because Shore Up can technically be a little bit more aggressive in a build like this, so we'll see. Got 4 Monastery Swiftspears, just an amazing little 1-drop. We got 4 Play with Fires as well. Early removal is important. Never underestimate the power of scrying, especially in a build like this. Got 4 Lightning Strikes, cool. We got 2 Bloodthirsty Adversaries and a ton of terrific things to hit with that adversary ability, so we kind of think of this as a 5-drop as well. We have a couple Antagonize. This pairs pretty well with things like Swiftspear, especially if that is already going through to their face, right? Like if they don't block the Swiftspear and you just drop an Antagonize on it, that's a ton of extra damage. But it also pairs beautifully with our first werewolf here, Suspicious Stowaway. Now this is a 2-mana 1/1. It can't be blocked, and whenever Suspicious Stowaway deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. And then it has Daybound, Nightbound here, so when it's nighttime, it becomes the Seafaring Werewolf. It also can't be blocked. Whenever Seafaring Werewolf deals combat damage to a player, you just get to draw that card. Yeah, pretty powerful, honestly. And then again, yeah, putting something like Antagonize on it could honestly wrap up a game since it can't be blocked, you know? We have a couple Geistwaves here. We don't get to see this one too often. A 2-mana instant speed, and we get to return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That could be pretty good. Just overall, a lot of non-land permanents that we would like to hit with Geistwave, but it also acts as extra protection in this build as well, because if you controlled that permanent, you get to draw a card. So, for example, if the opponent's trying to remove the Swiftspear, you could go ahead and Geistwave your Swiftspear, bring it back to your hand, and you get to draw a card off of that too. Then, of course, you can always just replay the Swiftspear because it has haste. So, yeah, I think that'll be a pretty fun addition. In our 3-drop spots, guys, we got 4 Moonrager Slash. This is, I feel like, a good reason to try out werewolves of this style, because whenever you get like the Daybound, Nightbound cycle going early, then Moonrager Slash can be absolutely devastating. So it's a 3-mana instant speed, and it costs 2 less to cast if it's nighttime. And then Moonrager Slash deals 3 damage to any target. So if it's nighttime, this becomes a lightning bolt, which is just absolutely disgusting in a deck that cares about playing stuff like having that Swiftspear on the board, dropping lightning bolt twice to your opponent's face. Sounds pretty devastating, doesn't it, right? So a good reason to play Daybound, Nightbound cards. Now we have also, since it's 3 mana, I want to bring up, of course, we can cast that back with the Bloodthirsty Adversary ability as well. You know, it kind of like, it's the same concept of bringing back a Lightning Strike, for example. So nice. We have 4 Reckless Stormseekers, of course, right? A very aggressive werewolf, and the Storm-Charged Slasher is absolutely disgusting. Being able to plug extra damage onto the Suspicious Stowaway and then being able to swing in on, and your opponent can't block that, that seems pretty powerful already. Also, just giving this haste too, right? Since it helps you cycle through your hand and everything too. If you're flooding out, get rid of those lands. So yeah, Stormseeker, great choice. We got a single Vadrik Astral Archmage. Another way to start the Daybound, Nightbound cycle going, right? But then also, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Vadrik's power, which when it starts out here, it's 1. So all of these 2-mana instant and sorcery cards like Lightning Strike is now 1 less now that the Astral Archmage is on the board. Again, turning Lightning Strike into a lightning bolt, just very cool. And then whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, which could happen a lot in this build, put a +1/+1 counter on Vadrik. So essentially you just need that to happen once to have your Moonrager Slash also just become, again, a lightning bolt, right? It'll cost 2 less to cast even if it's daytime if you have that Vadrik on the board. So We'll see if this puts in any work. It's a really neat card that I'm surprised we don't see played with a little bit more often. I guess it's so easy to remove and there's so many cut downs floating about. I guess that's why, but yeah. We have a single Jaya on the top end as well. Being able to get us that prowess monk could be very game changing, but then also the -2 here, you get to choose target creature an opponent controls, and whenever you attack this turn, Jaya Fiery Negotiator deals damage equal to the number of attacking creatures to that creature. Just having extra removal with the Jaya is good, but then the -1 as well, just helping us cast out more things. Exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them. You may play that card this turn. Pretty cool, man. And then the -8 as well. You get an emblem with whenever you cast a red instant or sorcery spell, copy it twice. Yeah, copy it twice. Oh my. You may choose new targets for the copies. Now, I've never been able to -8 Jaya, but that is very powerful. And it's like copying Antagonize, Moonrager Slash, Lightning Strike, Play with Fire, all that sounds really good, huh? Okay, the mana base, we have obviously our 4 Stormcarved Coasts and our 4 Shivan Reefs, as well as a Crucible of Defiance and a single Soaring City. Honorable mentions, guys. Make Disappear. I just didn't want counterspells in this particular build. Not this time around, but Make Disappear is definitely something you want to consider. Lamholt, I don't know how to pronounce that second. The good old Lamholt Werewolf here. It's a 4 mana 2/4, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then if it's nighttime, that's 2 damage instead, and it's a 4/4 instead of a 2/4. Really cool budget card. We've actually had a budget werewolf build a very long time ago with this card as the centerpiece, and it's just really neat, but I'm not convinced that it would do more than like Jaya in this build at all, so yeah, not this time around, but it's a cool one. Okay, let's go ahead, take this over into some ranked and see how we do. Okay, we found that first match easily. So I kind of have high hopes for the deck, but at the same time, Standard is pretty brutal. There's like a lot of just really powerful cards just packed into really powerful decks with crazy synergies that just work so well. So like I have high hopes, but at the same time, like we'll see, right? Like I feel like a lot of these could go either way. Also pretty risky first hand to keep, because we might not see that 3rd mana right away. We have 22 total land in here, guys, which I think is enough. I hope it's enough. Yep, Play with Fire doesn't hit the Bloodthirsty Adversary. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We should have went Island and then Fading Hope, because we knew the Kamano was going to buff something here. Let's get that Scry and see if we can get that 3rd land. Yeah, we'll keep that. Okay, Fading Hope is now available. The opponents went first here too, so this is already very, very scary. Bouncing the Bloodthirsty Adversary back to hand isn't the best thing either. Eee. Because they can always use that Adversary ability later on. That's a lot of damage. We should probably only take the 4 here. Play with Fire is a great draw, but we might just go Creature to block. Creature to block. Could be a simple Lightning Strike. Mishra's Foundry can be powered up soon. Uh-oh, guys, we're in danger. I'm gonna try the Stormseeker, no swing, and see exactly what happens. Because if a Lightning Strike does hit, at least it's not hitting our face. Kinda, sorta. The Archmage here wouldn't have done a... Hey, Jaya! Dude, what are the odds? We never see Jaya in red. Good pick, opponent, honestly. Yeah, because you could totally -2. And then now if we block it, trades. Nice, that's pretty good. If we take the 4, we can swing at Jaya next turn. But we do have the Play with Fire as well. It's a good pick. I like that, opponent. I'm just going to take the 4, and we're in some serious danger here. Swiftspear is pretty good. We're going to need some form of blocker, and I guess Stormseeker's the better bet here. Keep the Play with Fire for their turn, maybe? Well, we have the Shore Up. We have the Play with Fire. We'll just go like this. We'll keep the blocker back. We'll hit Jaya. I think the Shore Up is a key thing here. And we'll keep the Play with Fire for their turn. So how this will work is we Play with Fire one of their creatures, maybe the Mishra's Foundry. We'll Shore Up after they swing, untap the Swiftspear, and then be pretty satisfied. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's see exactly what they end up doing here, though. Because removal will stop the surprise of the Shore Up. See, they still have one more card that we don't know. Beldon's pretty good, but I think that's the one we let through. So we're going to... the Etching, I suppose, right? Let's take that out. Oh, maybe we should have gone Shore Up first, because now... No, this is fine. Because it would still have to be like a Lightning Strike. Okay, it's not a Lightning Strike. Now we can block, and I guess Beldon's worth taking out? They get to see the top two. Beldon's just a problem in general. So I think taking it out now is fine. Especially if they only hit land. Nice. They're getting ready for... oh, Reckless Impulse. Yeah, nothing to hit with that adversary. A bunch of mountains. Oh no, opponent. A bunch of mountains over there. Antagonize is good. I'd love to get this Archmage down, make that Antagonize cost 1. Honestly, though, I guess we save both back as blockers. Because they have the Foundry. They have the Adversary. I think we'll take one and only save Swiftspear as an emergency chump blocker. Yeah, Stowaway would have been really good too, but not a lot of mana right now. Honestly, we're lucky that we hit the 3. But that Scry, being able to see that we were going to get that other mountain is good. Yeah, they could get this Adversary down, but only a Reckless Impulse to hit. Honestly, that would be pretty good. Because we'd be forced to double block this Adversary. Not forced. We could take the 3. Wow, another Negotiator. Probably plus then, huh? +1. Get a Monk down. That makes sense to me. It'd be at 5 to... yeah, we have to take out the Jaya then. Okay. Mountain's not bad here. It's too bad we can't just go, like, super aggressive. Like, I would love to do that, but keeping the Jaya on the board is way too sketchy. So, use the Antagonize to take it out with the Stowaway. We don't want to just die to a Bloodthirsty Adversary next turn, too. So, yeah, let's take out the Jaya. I wish we could be more aggressive about it, but... I think this is fine. Which one would I rather block with? Alright, we'll go like this. To try to get some extra damage through, right? Drop the Antagonize. Okay, 2-3 Swiftspear. Get them down to 14, and yeah, that's Stowaway. Ah, man, we could have swung at their face. We could have. Okay. They keep the 1-1. They have the Foundry, and they have the Adversary, and a ton of stuff to draw because they saw so many mountains. Whoa, at Sushi. Okay, this is mono red, but they have a lot more on the mid-range. Honestly, great picks, opponent. Oh no. Oh no, land. Okay. Well, at that point, then we're going to ditch the land for the Stowaway's ability. And now we're going to see, like, the Wolves just do a lot of work here. Oh no, more land. Oh no, I guess the double blue might be okay to have. Actually, I should keep that just in case we want to ditch this next turn to the Stowaway's ability as well. Yeah, this Atsushi's just bad news. Bad news, guys. We need like another Fading Hope. Okay, well, we could die here easily. So something they could do, for example, well, they only have 6 mana. So if this was like a play with fire in hand, well, what they could do, they could adversary down, recast the Reckless Stormseeker and try to find like a play with fire. This would be a 2/2, 3/3, a 4/4, right? The 4 is going through because it's in the air, putting us down to 4. And then the play with fire would hit 2, and we would just be forced to block a bunch. But they just go ahead and get the adversary down. Oh, they are gonna... They didn't want to swing. I'm surprised, because this would have been a 2/2. I guess they're getting pretty low too, though, guys. That makes sense. Rending Flame. And is it going to be a Lightning Strike? It's going to be a Monastery Swiftspear. Whoa. Switches back to daytime, and we find another land off the top. Oh, no, guys. We need to find removal immediately. How are we going to do this? Yep, we need removal for the Atsushi. And even then, they're wide enough here. Moonrager slash. Oh, no. See, it costs less because of the Astral Archmage. That's really cool. That's really cool, guys. Switch it back to nighttime. It doesn't really matter. We can't take out the Atsushi. Dang, I love the opponent's deck. I really do. And we might have been able to put some more pressure on the opponent had we drawn a little bit better there the last couple turns, seeing that all that land was terrible. But we also just kind of got to see like really cool things with like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch what the opponent was doing there. Suspicious Stowaway doing a lot. Filtering out those lands is really important. Now here, they can actually attack and then buff that Foundry to a 4/4 as well. And so before they attack, we actually, well, this will be a 4/4. Target attacking Assembly Worker. So we just take out the Foundry. And that's fine. It's a full swing and the Atsushi kills us either way, so... Dang, yeah, I wonder, guys. I love that the opponent's rocking mono red with just some different stuff on the top end. Like, honestly, great game, opponent. It's making me wonder. They might be onto something. Because I know a lot of people have been getting mono red to work well for them, but I really haven't. Had the best success. The most success I've had as far as like competitive decks has been Boros, and I think this might be a way to go. Just have more on the top end. The Jaya's put in a lot of work. It definitely deflected a lot of damage from their face, kind of forcing us to swing at these Jayas. And then the Atsushi just wrapping up that game makes a lot of sense. Couple Atsushis, and they probably were rocking the 3-drop Werewolf as well to give the Atsushi haste too. So, I mean, that's kind of how mono red looked like a year ago. Whenever people were playing, man, I'm struggling with card names today. The Moonveil, yeah, the Moonveil Dragon. Okay, good hand. Yeah, not a bad one. I think we keep the... Okay, they go first, unfortunately. Drop the planes. Let's go Soaring City so we have the Fading Hope, maybe? I don't think the Fading Hope's going to be necessary here, but... Oh, it's going to be Thalia right away. Yeah, let's get that Suspicious Stowaway down. Thalia's a problem. We definitely want to take it out. But starting the Daybound, Nightbound cycle... Siege Veteran. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, we got to hit Thalia. Well, unless they plug the counter... Well, how do we want to do this? Because Siege Veteran's a big problem, too. Because if we kill the Thalia, then they get a 1-1. Okay, let's drop the other mountain. Either one. How about we just see what we draw first? Let's ditch the... I think ditching the island is fine. It's a little sketchy. Let's get it to nighttime. Actually, they're probably just going to put it right back to daytime next turn. Alright, I put a stop before they get to swing in here so they won't get the counter from the Siege Veteran. Eey. Valiant Veteran. Everything's bad here. Just everything is gross. It's only cost 2. Go full-blown Lightning Strike onto the Siege Veteran and let them swing with a 4-power Thalia. And we should be able to take out their board state pretty well here. Oh, there's only one card. We get to keep the Seafaring Werewolf. That's good for us, guys. I think we just Lightning Strike the Thalia this turn, though. We'll start with a draw, though. Maybe find another mana, too. Nope, Stormseeker. Alright, let's hit the Thalia. I'd like to get the other Stowaway down, too, but it's too much. That's just too much going on for the opponent right now. The shore up's pretty good. Thalia number 2 comes down. Swing for 2, down to 11. We're kind of sort of in danger here. So the mana's good. Stormseeker is excellent, but the Thalia just slowing us down. I'd love to hit the Thalia, but I'd also love to try to keep up here too. Moonrager slash hitting Thalia makes Fading Hope cost 1 as well as the shore up as well. Alright, we'll skip the Stormseeker. Let's see what we draw. I think we do have to hit that Thalia again. Another Stormseeker. Honestly, not terrible. We get Suspicious Stowaway down. Then it can stay on nighttime. And then we can try to hit the Thalia on their turn. Siege Veteran. So I think we hit Siege Veteran instead. So I think overall that's worth it. We don't want extra counters to go onto things that and get them to the point where we can no longer block them successfully or hit them with our other red burn. We're gonna take the 5 this turn, but no, maybe we shouldn't have. Taking out the Valiant Veteran could have been good. Everything's... like, there's so much to think about here. I apologize, guys. Everything's dangerous. This is pretty good, though, isn't it? Moonrager slash... oh, we have to pay the extra. Oh, no, I did it again, guys. I did it again. I did it again. We have to pay the extra. Oh, no, we don't? Not this time? Oh, is it because it costs 2 less to cast because... oh, that is so interesting and weird. And if it was Lightning Strike, it wouldn't have worked. And now we might die, though. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That was crazy, guys. So what happens is there's this really like nuanced rule where you still have to pay the extra 1 even though it costs nothing from the Bloodthirsty Adversary. But because the Moonrager slash says this spell costs 2 less to cast if it's night and it was free, well then the 2 less worked with the extra 1 from the Thalia. What even? So we're at 3. We're in danger. Another mountain's fine. We can force blocks here. Oh, Fading Hope. Fading Hope is game. Because we have 8 on the board then. Yep, nice. I shouldn't have kept that just in case I was wrong, but yeah. Let's go, guys. Holy cow, what a... I mean, for a second there, I thought for sure that I messed up with the Thalia thing, but yeah, just like the fact that the Moonrager Slash still gets around the Thalia, man, that was sick. Did you guys know that was going to happen, or were you as surprised as me? Because yeah, the first time that happened to us, I was super surprised that we still had to pay the 1 for the Thalia, but then the more I thought about it, the more it made sense, and some of you guys explained it down in the comments too. But yeah, if I would have selected the Lightning Strike, that would have been a little bit different there. Huh. And honestly, at that point, we should have just hit the Thalia too then, instead of the Veteran probably, but yeah. It didn't end up mattering. We got that victory. Woo! It's a close one. Very, very close one. Oh, man. All right. Gotta get a drink of my coffee after that one. Ah, okay. Let's see here. All right, good hand. I like it. Very nice. Lightning Strike. Let's just go ahead and get that Swiftspear down. Let's see if they have removal for it here. Lion Sash. Oh. Okay. I don't mind Soaring City for the turn. I think we just go Adversary and swing. I think that's fine. How do you guys feel about it? Just get more stuff onto the board state, and eventually, if they end up trying to get the Lion Sash some counters, then like Fading Hope is terrific for that. Fading Hope's terrific for like a Welcoming Vampire too, because actually we could just Moonrager Slash and be pretty satisfied as well. Or Lightning Strike, keep the Play with Fire and the Fading Hope open is much better, huh? Let's take out that Welcoming Vampire. And we could just Play with Fire, extra damage is good. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think we can really outpace the opponent's deck here. I'm gonna keep the Antagonize on top too. Like I said, I think we can outpace them, but we'll see. We could drop Plains, pass, and then just Wandering Emperor could shift this entire game. Second, Welcoming Vampire. So Fading Hope, Antagonize might be enough here. Fading Hope, Antagonize. Start with the Fading Hope, see if they have protection for this. Because they might. Oh, if they do, we should have played Soaring City, so we had the Moonrager Slash open for 3 mana. Yep, we should have done that. Well, it'll be interesting to see if they do have protection for the Welcoming Vampire. Because what's holding this is probably the Lion Sash ability. We'll actually keep that on top. But we might just win here anyways. So let's find out. Do they gain life from this? We'll plug it into the Bloodthirsty Adversary because the Swiftspear already has a pretty big target. Yeah, 9 damage. Nice. Wow. Okay. Yeah, do they gain life from this? Let me read this real quick here. Lion Sash. Let's find out. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash. It has a reconfigure for 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash. Yeah, no life gain. If that said like something like a Trespasser ability, right, then they would have been able to gain a life potentially, but yeah. Lion Sash is one that we don't see too often, but it makes sense to have like a 1 or 2 of to make sure that you can gobble up an opponent's graveyard, depending on what deck you're running, of course, right? Cool deck so far, guys. This was an awesome suggestion, so thank you again for the suggestion over in the Discord. This has been awesome so far. I hope I chose... I hope I put the deck together well enough for everyone to enjoy. So far, it looks really cool, huh? The Antagonize putting in a ton of work, too. It's pretty awesome. Alright, looks like a keepable hand. Start with this to keep the Play with Fire open. Actually, Stormcarved Coast was probably a safer bet, so we had a turn 2 play. Uh-oh, yeah, see, now, whatever Commando buffs the Play with Fire probably won't hit. Oh, good, we didn't get punished. I mean, yeah, we'll still play. We'll still play it out. Since we went first here, we might actually be able to outpace mono red aggro. I do think overall they're probably a little bit more aggressive, but like we have a pretty aggressive hand. Oh, second Commando. It might be just a 1-drop then, which a Play with Fire might still be able to hit. Nope, another Commando. Wow. I mean, hey, it's a good card, so go for it. At this point, we might as well get Reckless Stormseeker down. Get some extra damage, and next turn, we might take a ton of damage. Commando flips, and they could drop, like they don't need a 3rd mana. But if they drop a 3rd mana, they could go Stormseeker of their own, which would be super buffed. Nope, it's going to be an Adversary, but that's a 4/4 Adversary, and a potential, like, Play with Fire open. Do they think they can outpace us? They're wondering. They think they can, and I think they can too, if that's like a removal spell in hand. We have our own Play with Fire, a Lightning Strike in hand as well. We can give the Stowaway haste. These 2 Commandos flip next turn. We have 6 damage on the board if we give this haste and nothing dies, and then another 4 in hand, so it's just not enough yet. Might ditch the Antagonize. Either way, we're probably going to need to take out one of their cards next turn. And then block another one. The Etchings flipping is the big threat here, because we know they probably have a good chunk of damage in hand, too. So saving blockers is the best bet, unfortunately. Swiftspear. Okay, we'll ditch the Antagonize, even though that could be a great way to win. We need more removal, and so Play with Fire is our removal of choice for next turn. We'll get Swiftspear down now while we have the extra mana, and we'll see what happens. Keep the Play with Fire back in case there's something better to hit, right? Like, I guess maybe not a Phoenix Chick. We might just want to take the 1 in air if we do that. Holding back, not being too aggressive there, I think was key. But honestly, the opponent could have some serious removal in hand, right? Lightning Strike for the Stormseeker, a Play with Fire for our Bloodthirsty Adversary, and then we're in trouble. But when they full swing then, they want to hit Swiftspear because we could Play with Fire and Etching and block another Etching with a 2/3 Swiftspear, which could be a great just great bit of tempo for us. Alright, let's see here. Block here. If they got the removal, at least it's not hitting our face. There's 6 damage here, so we should probably block. They have four mountains open, so we got to be very careful. 2, we could try to take out the Adversary instead with this Play with Fire. Or just take out the Etching and we'll take no damage. But I think taking out the 4/4 would be a better bet. Now we'll chump it. That's fine. This is great for us. Let's see where their burn hits, and hopefully it doesn't completely knock us out of this game. Yeah, they can keep their 4/4 for now. I guess we didn't need to block it, though. We could have taken... We would have been down to 7. Okay, Stormseeker gets eaten by a Lightning Strike. So they get to keep an etching, and we actually have a good board here. Oh no! End of festivities! Oh no, guys! Okay, that's probably it. I'm gonna keep the Lightning Strike in case they drop like a Raiju or something, but yeah. Yeah, Feldon. Yep. Oh no! Drop the GGs. They must have Burn in hand as well. It was a good game, opponent. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is theirs as well. Not much that we can draw here. It must have been like a Lightning Strike in hand. It was a very good game. I feel like that could have gone either way. At the end of festivities was brutal. Yeah, that was brutal. Apparently I can't see it. There it is. We know that Mono Red is playing this, especially in the Mechanized Warfare deck, so it's pretty scary business, man, huh? Let's go ahead and try to get one more game in. I'm very satisfied. This whole week, these decks, I'm just very satisfied with how these decks played out this week. So, yeah, I can't complain too much. You know what I'd like to see, honestly? It's a little bit weird, but I kind of want to see Mono Black. I didn't really see Mono Black this week. We'll keep it. It's got removal, lots of stuff to draw into. Like, we got 4 land too, so like, I don't think this is a mulligan. Like, it's not a great hand since we don't have creatures, but it just doesn't feel like a mulligan, you know? All right, Lightning Strike is open. We got a Proving Ground over there with the opponent. Another Proving Ground. Yeah, what the heck, let's hit their face. You never know. We might be able to actually get some aggro here soon. Okay, we'll drop the Reef, sure. Pass it back, and something like... Okay, this could just be a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And then we're definitely hitting the token, probably with the Geistwave. No, well... Yeah, it depends. What do you guys think? Geistwave takes care of the token just as well as the Lightning Strike, but Lightning Strike can hit the opponent's face, but Geistwave can act as potential protection later on. Oh! Green Widow. Alright, we'll Lightning Strike that. That's cool. This might be a domain build, which, I keep saying it, we just don't see a lot of domain builds. Okay, we drew another Geistwave. That's fine. Totally fine. Shieldred. Ew. We should probably bounce that for now. We have another Geistwave when it comes time. We're drawing pretty poorly, but I also kept that opening hand. But again, I don't know if that was a mulligan of a hand. I feel like that was a keepable hand. It was just a bad hand. Do you know what I mean? And now we're not seeing our creatures, which is potentially very bad against a mid-range build, which looks like mid-range domain or just some mid-range Jund that happens to have some domain cards. Probably rocking the domain board wipe as well, right? So Green Widow's Green Widow's a really cool card. A 3-mana 4/3 reach trample is already just disgusting. Oh, speaking of disgusting, Trespasser. Oh no, yeah. I think we should draw before trying to take out the Trespasser, because we don't want to use this ward ability when they already have some good card advantage over us, right? Oh, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a lot worse. Reckoner Bankbuster comes down. We could Geistwave the Bankbuster. Not the greatest target for the Geistwave. Nothing's a great target here. Like, everything in the opponent's deck has been pretty scary so far. Actually, pretty cool. A pretty cool concept, right? Maybe 4 Trespassers, a couple top-end Shieldred, a couple Bankbusters for draw, then the domain cards. Like, all that just sounds super efficient. Pretty neat opponent. Props for playing something a little different here. We actually don't get to see Jund too often either, so Yeah, honestly, props to all the opponents. Like, for like the last couple weeks, just constantly seeing new things, different things. Like, I don't know if everyone's seeing that right now in the meta or like what it is. Let's go ahead and scry. I think we lost this one. I know it's early to call it, but I think we lost. So I think getting a scry here is pretty safe. Opponents holding us up for some reason. I don't know if they might be like lagging out. There we go. Swiftspear. Okay. Technically, we could get a pretty good attack from the Swiftspear, depending on where they block here. Or I don't think they do block. I think they just take the one. But like we have Geistwave and Lightning Strike open. So like a swing, if they end up blocking, we Lightning Strike face, Geistwave the Bank Buster, and then the Swiftspear takes out the Trespasser for us. So we go Lightning Strike face. So they're down to 12. Not bad, honestly, for what we've had here. Geistwave the Bank Buster. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. But now the Shieldred comes down, and now we're just, like, in some serious trouble. But, like, overall, not bad. Another Green Widow. I thought the Shieldred was going to drop for sure. We'll keep the Mountain in hand in case we get the Stowaway. We can start to discard these. And I know one thing, in the final thoughts, we're not going to talk about going up mana, that's for sure. Oh, go for Throat. Oh, no. It does switch to nighttime. A very fun deck, though, overall. There's the Shieldred. And the Bank Buster comes back down. I really like the Green Widow edition. Being able to bring this back from the grave, too. Like, I mean, come on. That's pretty sweet. That is a sweet addition. I wonder if they are rocking all 4 Green Widows, too, or if it's just like a 2 or 3 of in the build. Okay, we'll go ahead and pass it back to them, and we're pretty dead. They could drop like a Tenacious Underdog and swing for 12 and then pass the turn, and then that's 14 damage right there. Or they could, this comes back tapped, though. So it looks like they're going to swing for 8. Oh, yep. Okay, down to 6. We're definitely going to get that Scry with the Play with Fire here, because why not at this point, right? Bring him back down to 12 because of the life gain from Shieldred. Moonrager Slash. I literally don't think there's anything we could draw next turn, so let's just hit the opponent's face with the Moonrager Slash for fun, especially since it's nighttime too. Let's do this. 1 or 2 Tameo Safekeeping would be pretty cool in the opponent's deck as well. Being able to protect something like Shieldred is actually just insane if you think about it. And then, like, yeah, being able to protect some powerful creatures like Green Widow is really good as well. Hey, they passed the turn. What's happening? I'll play it out, opponent. They do drop the GGs, but I'll see what's on the deck here. Maybe they just want us to... Oh, Jaya. Actually, that's pretty good. I guess they just want us to die from the Shieldred. Not really sure why they passed it back. Either way, yeah, good game, opponent. Alright, let's go over the deck one more time, guys. Like I said, man, I am super satisfied with the decks this week. We didn't get too many wins overall, but, like, that's okay. Like, I'm completely fine. Like, there's just something about when a deck just, like, plays exactly how you want it to play, it's just really satisfying, and that's better than winning most of the time, you know? Couple things, let's see here. I would drop a single antagonist and go up that 4th Fading Hope. I think Fading Hope's very important. Something we want to consider too is maybe just more creatures. We saw in that last match how, like, we didn't see any creatures. And so, yeah, that's another reason to actually drop that Antagonize. And overall, we don't have too many creatures in here, so it makes sense that we didn't see too many. Right? So we have a 15 total creatures. I think getting that up to 16 or 17 creatures would be much better. So Yep, Bloodthirsty Adversary. I do think it's going to be that important. I would go up 2 Bloodthirsty Adversaries, drop an Antagonize. I guess the 3 Fading Hopes is fine. The Shore Up was cool, but we might be able to drop it down to 2 as well to get that other Bloodthirsty Adversary in. I think the 22 mana is perfect. There's going to be moments, though, where you don't see it. Well, that's like with any Magic deck, though. There's going to be moments where you don't see it. There's going to be moments when you flood out. It's just... yeah, I think the 22 is fine. I don't think we want 23, and 21 would definitely be pushing it when we have so many like 3 drops, and then of course the Bloodthirsty Adversary wants 5 mana on the board a lot of the time too. So, but Suspicious Stowaway does help you like filter through those extra lands if you are flooding, or filter through some of the cards that you're just not using to actually look for land too. So overall, Suspicious Stowaway just happens to be really good. Moonrager Slash was really good in here, huh? That was a sick one. That, like, taking out that Thalia, like, there was so much going on there. Luckily, Arena knows the rules, right? Because clearly I didn't know the rules, and so, yeah, that extra ability on the Moonrager Slash did so much there. I did like the Shore Up over something like Slip Out the Back, but if you're concerned about, like, board wipes and stuff like that, then a Slip Out the Back would be better, but overall Shore Up's going to be more aggressive too, so definitely something to consider. You get some cool combat tricks out of Shore Up too, tricking the opponent. They think you're tapped out, they swing, drop the Shore Up, untap your Swiftspear, get a great block in, maybe get some removal with like a Play with Fire on another creature, right? There's like a lot of stuff going on, a lot of dancing around in combat with this build. But yeah, I think the 1 Antagonize would be fine. Going up a couple adversaries, and then finding room for that 4th adversary, probably like dropping a Shore Up or something would be fine too. So pretty cool one. I mean, you could also drop the Jaya too. It's not necessary on the top end, but I do think when you do see Jaya hit the board, it's still going to put in a lot of work. But that could be a potential one to drop for the 4th Bloodthirsty Adversary as well. So yeah, pretty cool. Thanks again for the suggestion in the Discord. And yeah, if you made it this far into the video, then y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video.